Imagine this. You're at the beach, you dive under the waves, and instead of panicking after 30 seconds, you just keep breathing like a fish. No snorkel, no scuba tank, no panicked swim back to the surface. You're basically Aquaman, but without the responsibility of saving the world. Sounds awesome, right? Well, let's see if it actually would be. Today we're asking, what if humans could breathe underwater, just like fish, not holding our breath for a few minutes, not with fancy scuba gear, literally pulling oxygen out of the water with gills in our necks? On the surface, this sounds like the greatest upgrade since opposable thumbs. Endless diving, underwater cities, and no risk of drowning. But as usual, science has a way of taking our dream and poking it full of holes. First, how do fish do it? Fish have gills, which are basically like super thin, super efficient filters. Water flows over the gill filaments, oxygen diffuses in, and carbon dioxide diffuses out. Simple, right? Except it isn't, because there's way less oxygen in water than in air. Air is like an all-you-can-eat buffet of oxygen, about 21%. Water? It's the sad salad bar in the corner, barely 1% oxygen. Fish survive because their gills are ridiculously efficient. If you or I suddenly sprouted gills, we'd need to move a lot of water over them to get enough oxygen. Think of it like drinking 100 milkshakes a day just to hit your calorie count. Exhausting. Now, let's say we have magically perfect human gills. Congrats, you can finally sit at the bottom of a pool and chill. What changes? Number one, swimming. With unlimited oxygen, freediving records would be meaningless. You could explore shipwrecks for hours without worrying about air tanks. Professional lifeguards? Basically, superheroes. Navy SEALs? Literal SEALs. But there's a catch. To power those gills, your body might need bigger chest muscles to pump water in and out, like a built-in water filter. Your neck might also look different. Not terrible, but let's just say fish chic. Probably wouldn't dominate Fashion Week. Then there's temperature. Water sucks heat out of your body way faster than air. That means while you're happily breathing underwater, you're also slowly turning into a popsicle. Fish don't care because they're cold-blooded. You'd need wetsuits just to survive a casual dip in the ocean. And food? Oh boy, imagine entire restaurants built underwater. Table for two in the coral reef section? Sushi chefs would get very nervous. But here's the big twist. Even with gills, you couldn't ditch air breathing completely. Your voice depends on pushing air through vocal cords. No air, no singing, no talking, no karaoke night. Underwater conversations would be limited to awkward bubbles and hand signals. You might need lungs and gills like some kind of human amphibian just to function on land and in the sea. And that leads to the weirdest consequence of all. If humans had evolved this way from the start, our entire history would be different. Coastal cities, they'd be underwater cities. Wars would have been fought in 3 dimensions: land, air, and sea. And surfing probably wouldn't exist, because who needs a board when you can just hang out in the waves forever? So breathing underwater sounds like the ultimate superpower, but in reality, it would change our bodies, our lifestyles, and maybe even our civilization in ways we can't fully imagine. Cool? Yes? Convenient? Not as much as you'd think. Maybe it's better that we stick with scuba tanks and snorkeling gear for now. After all, part of what makes the ocean so mysterious is that it's not fully ours to live in. So what do you think? Would you trade your lungs for gills if you had the chance? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you enjoy diving into this what if, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you don't miss the next one. Until then, breathe easy on land.